Good morning, everybody. It's Eve here, clinical nutritional therapist and associate naturopath. And all this week, I will be posting on social media different graphics about different conditions and symptoms that relate to your liver being a little bit imbalanced. And that's because the liver is so important in naturopathic health. It is, so the liver, the gut and your digestion are the seats of your wellness. So the liver is involved in hundreds of metabolic functions within the body. But one of its key tasks is detoxification, taking all the bad stuff that we accumulate through just living in a modern world out of the body. And also just our bodies working and moving creates different waste material that we need to get rid of. And the liver is like this little bomb disposal unit that makes everything safe and keeps our body nice and toxin free. And it detoxifies all the time. But at this time of year, around the spring equinox, the liver is more active. In naturopathic medicine, we deliberately really support the liver at this time of year. And in traditional Chinese medicine, this is something that's been done for absolutely hundreds of years. So this time of year is the wood element. And wood as in young trees and plants and sap rising. And that is the time for that element, that the organ that is supported is the liver. And us, like the sap is rising in the trees around us, our chi is rising, and it's a great time to really nourish the liver. So lots of things can happen when your liver is imbalanced, and you might think, well, I had a blood test 6 months ago and my liver function test was fine. Well, the sad thing about liver function tests is if your enzymes are showing up to be higher than they should have been, then actually there's already been some damage done to the liver, which is reversible. I hasten to add, I don't want you to fret too much. Lots of people get elevated liver enzymes and we can bring them back down again. But we don't want to get to that point, because by that point you've already put a lot of pressure on this really important organ. So signs that your liver is overburdened can be anything from lots of headaches, skin breakouts, digestive trouble, because the liver is intricately involved in how you digest your fats and how you handle fat in your foods. So you can get lots of digestive problems, hormonal problems, weight gain. The liver is involved with your metabolism, so you can often struggle with your weight. You can just feel really tired and sluggish. You can get hot flashes. So many different things. High blood pressure. So high blood pressure is really related, incredibly so, with blood sugar balance. And the liver is key to blood sugar balance. So moving from that point, we can also get problems with blood sugar and go into pre-diabetic areas or even diabetes type 2. High blood pressure, I've done that one. High cholesterol is the other one. So these are the more serious things. And fatty liver disease, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, all of these things mean that you really need to pay some attention to your liver. So what can you do? Well, first of all, you need to be drinking water. You need to be drinking water with lemon in it, ideally, and at a warm temperature, especially first thing in the morning. Cutting down on the caffeine if you can, remove it, but never do that all in one go. Do it slowly so you don't get headaches. You want to be looking at your diet and thinking about carbohydrates. How many carbohydrates are you having, as in the simple white carbohydrates like your breads, your pastas, because that is a huge burden on the blood sugar balance and the way that your liver has to store glucose as something called glycogen. And it can put a lot of pressure on the liver. You want to be looking at making sure you're getting all your nutrients, making sure your nutrient levels are on point. Lots of vegetables. So we want to be looking for a rainbow of vegetables every day, between 6 and 8 portions if you can. There's lots you can do to support your liver. And at the end of this month, I will be starting the Love Your Liver programme, which was a huge success last year and everybody enjoyed it immensely. So a little bit different this year. Last year was just a webinar series. This year includes a blood test, which will check your liver function for all those enzymes. It will look at your bilirubin, your albumin. It will look at your a pancreas marker as well, because the pancreas also has a role to play with the fat, the dance with how we absorb fats. It will also look at key nutrients, so your vitamin D, your B12, your folate, your stored iron. It will look at your thyroid, and it will look at inflammatory markers as well, and your cholesterol panel. So we'll know the balance of your good cholesterol and your not so great cholesterol, and we can look at something called triglycerides, which are the types of fats that are harmful to your cardiovascular system. And the reason that these are all involved is because the liver has a massive part to play in your fats. So if you do have high cholesterol, I really urge you to look into this. So also included is a wellness package, which includes some lovely products to help you detoxify that liver, help get the bile more viscous instead of sludgy bile. And it has some lovely naturopathic products as well to help you do some nice techniques to help the process. So there will be 4 weekly webinars teaching you all about liver health and how to support yourself through this. And you'll also get a resources pack with some recipe ideas and tips and tricks. So if that's something that interests you, then there is a link in my bio on Instagram, and I will put a link below on Facebook. So the other thing that is also really important to look into this is if you have gallstones. If you have gallstones, please look into this, or if you've got a rumbling gallbladder. So that's also a bit of a red flag to look into how your bile is functioning. And your liver makes bile, and then it gets stored in the gallbladder. And if the bile is sludgy, or it's got too much calcium in it, or it's got too much cholesterol building up in it, that's when we get gallstones. Okay, well, that's all. Have a great day. It's a beautiful spring day today. Make the most of it. I think it's turning wet and a bit cold again at the end of the week. So get out there, get some sunshine, and have a lovely day. Bye-bye.